This is how to operate a Rolution semi-moto roller blind. To lower the blind, hold and pull the base bar down, or pull on the rear chain and lower manually. Once you've reached your desired drop, simply release the base bar or rear chain. To raise the blind, just pull and hold the front chain. The blind will roll up to your preset upper limit position smoothly without acceleration. To stop the blind midway whilst rising, simply release the front chain. Semi-moto also has a safety ratchet so that if the wrong chain is pulled, it will not damage the mechanism. The components required for semi-moto include a piece of Rolution tube, a semi-moto controller left or right, a 1, 2, 3 or 4,000 spring left or right, a semi-moto controller bracket, a spring bracket, a pair of bracket covers, and a spring tension tool. The following instructions are based on a right-hand operated blind performing conventional roll, where the fabric is rolling off the back of the blind. The blind must be rolled up fully prior to commencing assembly. Ensure you have selected the correct spring according to the spring selection chart. A semi-moto controller consists of 3 main parts: the control head, the upper limit stopper, and the decelerator. Ensure that the upper limit stopper is fully wound toward the control head. Insert the right hand controller into the right side of the tube. For left hand control conventional roll, you would insert the left controller into the left side of the tube. Upon insertion, ensure that 2 prongs from the upper limit stopper and 2 prongs from the decelerator line up on either side of the keyway inside the tube. The grooves on the control head must also line up with the keyway. To achieve this, on the control head, hold the mechanism still and slightly rotate the part that will sit inside the tube until it aligns with the keyway. Do not rotate the whole mechanism, as this will change the position of the upper limit stopper. After consulting the spring selection chart, insert the appropriate spring into the left side of the tube. In this instance, it's a 2000 left spring. For left-hand control conventional roll, you would insert a 2000 right spring into the right side of the tube. Be sure to insert the best suited groove on the spring head into the keyway of the tube. Consult the spring tension chart for the amount of tension necessary for your size blind. Care must be taken when inserting the spring tension tool for initial tensioning and when any adjustments are made to the amount of tension on the spring. Install the pair of brackets in the desired position, ensuring the controller bracket is situated on the same side as the controller and the spring bracket is situated on the same side as the spring. Unroll your fabric by hand to the desired upper limit position. This is the maximum height at which the upper limit stopper will allow the blind to travel when raised. Insert the control end of the blind into the controller bracket and insert the spring end of the blind into the spring bracket and rest it there. Insert the spring tension tool into the hole on the square pin of the spring head. Lift the spring end of the blind out, leaving the control end still in its bracket. To tension the spring, rotate the tension tool in the direction in which the tube rotates when the blind rolls up. Do this according to the nominated amount of pre-tensioned turns recommended in the spring tension chart. In this instance, 10 turns are required. While holding the spring tension tool in the spring head so as not to release the spring's tension, guide the square pin on the spring head back into the locating slot on the bracket and secure in position by turning the locking arm. To test that the spring's tension is sufficient, take the blind down to its lower limit, either by dragging the base bar down or pulling on the rear chain. Then pull and hold the front chain. The blind should travel to its predetermined upper limit position smoothly without acceleration. If the spring has too much or not enough tension, use discretion and adjust accordingly. Once the tension is sufficient, attach the bracket covers and your semi-moto roller blind is complete.